I am your host, Al Winksovich.
Winksovich?
Is that not a good last name?
No,
I felt like that was pretty good.
Winks a lot?
I felt it was Polish. I felt like I was Polish and I wanted some pierogies. I love pierogies. It's so good. Welcome back to episode 3 with Kirsty here.
Yes.
And she is a wonderful person. She is just full of light, and I've been having a lot of fun on these podcasts with her.
Yeah.
We will soon after this podcast have many more people from around the world.
Yeah, we're going to invite some people on and we're going to chat.
Yeah, because I don't know at
things.
this point in the third episode if they're still listening, if they're thinking
Right. No, they've already left.
Is this girl on for good?
The door they locked and
who's
locked. And,
what's going on here? What is this? Is this always going to be this way? And it won't.
Right.
It's going to change up. I'm going to talk to other people around the world. I'm going to talk to...
Wait, so you're saying they left because of me?
Exactly. No. No.
Well.
No, I'm
honey.
informing them, honey, that there will be a different format to the show.
You basically excluded me and said you were going to talk to other people.
Help me, guys. It's getting really emotional
right?
in here.
Yeah.
Help me. Throw me something. Throw me something quick. I'm drowning.
Whatever.
My girlfriend
Get
hates
back.
me. Okay, so welcome back to WTF FTW, third episode. We're talking today about what, Christy?
I don't know. I mean, the last thing we were talking about is how much of a dick you are.
I think we should stay on that. Let's just rub it in a little bit. And
So what was our third episode going to be, baby?
I was asking you.
Oh, so it started actually at the grocery store today. We were just talking about this. Okay, so... Everybody has their new credit cards with
machines
the chips
and the chips
on them.
And chips.
Whether
it
be,
it's the next step before crypto.
Your bank card or just a regular credit card.
And then it'll go
I always forget. I literally, every single time I get up there, because I just got a new card with it, I forget that
She's
can't
still swiping.
slide it.
She's still swiping.
I'm swiping and not sticking it in.
Damn, girl. That's going back to the porn episode.
Right? Unicorn of porn.
You heard that inflection in the voice right there. She definitely, I better
No,
beware.
so I swipe the card, and the minute I swipe it, it's I mean, this annoying, you're really bad person.
It's this. It's not that loud, and it's not. That's crazy. If it was like that, I would shoot the fucking machine in front of me. It goes like this. Hold on. Everybody be really quiet and listen to me.
Go.
Wait, I'm on a micro level right now. I'm on
a... deal with you. Just fucking get into it.
I will get into it, but I need everybody to get their ears ready, is what I'm saying.
Yes, this is what I deal with in the bedroom. This build-up, this long build-up. And then nothing. It's not even worth it in
horrible.
The end. I mean, just kidding, honey.
You just stripped all of my manhood for all the 5 people listening to the show.
I love you. Okay, so going back.
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now. Okay, so...
Going back. All right, come.
Reel you back in, baby.
Okay, reel me back in. It's your
Listen
turn.
to me. You like this, don't you?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, lower it down a little bit.
All right.
Okay, and then I'm going to get you out of this mode, and this is exactly what this machine does. No matter where you go, you hear this noise everywhere.
Yeah, okay, so he was probably a little better.
Yeah, it's this. And whether you do something wrong...
Because that's the sound that he often hears when I tell him he's doing something wrong.
Or whether you're doing something right.
No. So going back to the machine.
Whether you go
we haven't even gone there yet. So we're going to the machine.
It's the noise.
I put it in the wrong way. I'm like, oh shoot, let me put it the right way, and then it goes
right,
just like he did.
No,
but then it tells.
There's 3 distinct notes.
Right.
I hate it.
But then after it's completely done and it says the transaction's over and done with, what then? We're like, what? You do something wrong, you get the You do something right, you get the And I'm like,
it doesn't matter. It's a confusing
this is like Bad Dog
message.
Like you literally roll up the newspaper, and when he poops on the floor, you hit him in the snout.
It's like a fucked up message. Like if he poops on the floor, you hit him in the snout. But if you get your paper, you hit him in the snout.
No. If he poops on the floor, you hit him in the snout. And then if you let him outside and he goes to the bathroom outside where he's supposed to go.
I get the analogy, but I'm saying like anything good would be.
So he goes outside and poops and gets your paper and comes back.
Enough with the dog analogy. Enough with the fucking dog analogy.
Bad dog.
I'm talking about this.
But you can't be a good dog, is what I'm trying to say.
Are you you trying to be a dog trainer on this fucking
maybe
show?
Not. Good boy.
Everything.
Oh, dude, good boy, baby.
No. Like, I don't get where you're going with this.
I'm
This
just
should have been
saying.
maybe in the first episode. But
No, but truthfully, like you feel like no matter what you do when you go up to that machine, when you do the right thing, it's like, when you do the wrong thing.
I don't know why you do two. I don't know why you're doing two.
Is it only one?
It's three.
Is it three?
I don't know why you don't know it's three. You asked that like a question. You're like, is it three? You were doing it with
I
sound.
know. I was like, you're better at this good dog, bad dog
But
thing.
it's annoying. It's annoying as fuck.
Because you
I'm
never
so
feel like you do the right thing.
tired of the and,
matter how
and
hard
why
you
has
try to do the right
nobody
thing.
voicing up on this?
Right. I think it
Are
should
we
give
the
you like
only ones that
jackpot
like, know?
sound, like when you used to play the slot machines and all that ching 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 would come out.
I don't want the ching ching sound.
When you do the right thing,
I don't want.
it's like
I don't want
good
the
boy,
ching ching
good
sound.
boy,
I want.
good
I
boy.
want this. Can we have this programmable? Can we have the sounds programmable to our own preferences, tied to our chip?
Why would we want that?
I want that.
You know
I
how
want-
long that
I
would
want-
take when you're standing in
No,
line
no,
and you
no.
have to
You
click
just
what
log
you
into
want?
your computer and you go in and you program your chip that you want the sounds that you're listening to. That's an ingenious idea. If you're out there and you're
That's the
listening to me,
stupidest thing I've ever
no,
heard.
because I want no. That's how
It
annoying.
doesn't even make any sense.
That's how annoying these
How about
sounds
just
are.
have them change it? When you do wrong, that should
I
be the
want my- I
noise.
want a
When you
customized
do
sound.
right, it should be like.
That's the sound I want. That's why
Is that
I
what
want
you
to
were
do
looking-
this.
All right. Well, that should be the sound for everyone then.
No, I don't want everyone to have that sound. I want to be special.
Ooh.
You're special. And that's the sound I want to hear. And I want to program through the chip. I want to log into the computer, put it into my chip, and when I put it in the reader...
Okay, so what he's saying is not really making sense. But if we go back to the whole
it
meaning
does.
here,
It totally makes sense. People
can
understand
we go
what I'm
back to
saying.
why we were annoyed?
I'm annoyed at that
Because
noise.
you can't do right.
I'm annoyed
You can't
now
do wrong.
talking about it.
You just are indifferent.
I feel annoyed even right now during this podcast having to talk about this fucking noise. Why doesn't anybody do anything about this? Nobody is standing up.
I don't get it.
Where's the collective voice
I know.
against this noise in the you know what, these people, these poor people that work at these places with these machines
God,
hear that
if
noise
I were those people,
every
I think
single
I would completely
day.
lose it by now.
I would shoot somebody. Like
Maybe
this
we
turns
shouldn't
into
say
a
things
shooter.
like that with everything going on right
Oh,
now.
I know. There's so many shooters right now.
that's
Oh,
another story.
I got a whole nother thing on my blog if you guys want to check it out. My son was actually involved in a school shooting.
Yeah,
It was
so
ridiculous.
we don't want to say anything like
Well,
shooting.
I'm not a censored
People
guy.
go postal.
I say
People
what
go
I want.
postal, but they can go postal by punching someone or just walking out and saying,
Or shooting somebody.
I'm fucking done.
Because they're so pressured. They
Or
do
baby,
it.
we don't talk about things like shooting people when there's so much going on with the NRA and the guns.
Who are you
control and
trying
the
to
Second
squelch
Amendment.
me? Who are you? Are you the government trying
And
to
part of
squelch
the,
me?
so the truth is we're at the grocery store and we deal with like the good dog, bad dog. Like that's what I told him. I'm like, it's good dog, bad dog. No matter what you do, you're wrong. Like there's no right answer here. You're going to get the same response whether you do the right thing or whether you do the
I
wrong
think
thing.
people get that, but I don't get this.
Why that noise?
Why is that noise the noise?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, who designed this thing and who said, you know what, I got the perfect thing for this?
Like I think we need like,
Who's
you know,
the guy? Who's
booze,
the-
maybe booze. Booze for like
but-
you did it wrong.
Who is the guy?
But like if you did it right, you like applause and
but
clap
who
and,
is the guy?
and smile. And...
Who is the guy that decided that that was the noise for the machine?
Somebody really annoying.
I mean, like, that dude must have a horrible life. Could you imagine being the guy? You wake up, like, it must be like, what's the donkey off of Winnie the Pooh?
Eeyore?
Yeah, it's like the guy is like
Hey,
Eeyore.
guy.
Right, exactly. Like that is the guy. He's the guy that made that. Yeah, right. And like, okay. Well, what do you think, John? What do you think there should be the noise that goes behind if the card's not
that's worse than that.
taken?
That's way worse than that.
Oh, that's great, John.
Like, his is
But what do you
depressing.
think? What do you think the noise should be if the transaction is successful? Jeez, John. Like John.
Great idea, John.
You are a visionary. Let's
Wow,
get your
John.
noises in every machine that there is out there. Like, who is this guy? What does he do?
I don't know, but John's a dick.
John got a lot of money for that noise. I feel like John is a dick. He's probably the biggest dick. He's probably a bigger dick than McAfee.
I don't know if that's possible.
By the way, that was the second episode. If you guys missed that, it was hilarious. Like, we had a
Crazy.
great talk
Crazy.
during that one.
Completely crazy.
You guys got to check this out. Like, I think that this is probably one of the more original podcasts out there. Don't you?
I agree.
Being that you're involved in it.
We're just us.
Being that it's us, we think that we are the best. Yeah. We're the best. But we're the best.
We don't think we're the best. We don't think we're the worst. We just think we're indifferent.
I think I'm the best. I think we're the best. Is that bad? I feel like that's maybe too...
that's going back to why boys start watching porn before women.
That's so sexist.
No, it has to do with the confidence level. Like, oh yeah, we're so much better.
Well, nature made us that way.
Women are like so...
Nature made us like have to be, that way. Otherwise we wouldn't
Women have so
procreate.
many insecurities where men are like... I got this. Why do you think women sometimes wait? Because
we got to do the hard parts. We got to do the stickings.
Really? Is that the hard part? I'm pretty sure that's the easy part.
Okay, that's pretty easy.
Taking it is way harder than giving it.
Comparing it to like childbirth. Yeah, I guess you got me on that one.
I don't even want to go there. Everything we have to deal with in our lives.
Yeah.
What do you guys have to deal with?
Maybe I should scale back on that comment.
What do you guys have to deal with?
WTFers. Is that what I should call them? WTFers? Like, who should I call that listen to our WTFers?
WTFers.
Or FTWers. It's a frame of mind. Like it's a what the fuck mind, or it's a for the win mind. You could be what the fuckers.
What the win?
Or you could be for the wins.
For the fuck?
No, you could be what the fuckers, or for now I'm completely confused what the channel's called. You completely welcome to WTF FTW.
It's easy to
right. It's not that easy. I'm very aware of everything.
Sometimes
I walk into it on purpose.
You're very
I'm a fall
naive.
guy. I'm a fall guy.
Sometimes you're really naive, though.
I'm a fall guy. I know what's happening.
Sometimes you're like over the head, like I can manipulate you and turn this whole thing around.
And sometimes I'm like, I just tripped over a banana peel.
Oh, gee whiz.
Oh, my milkers. I just done stepped on a banana peel.
And then sometimes...
Yeah. And then what? And
sometimes
then what?
You're like, you like amaze me.
I'm this philosophical genius.
You really do. You amaze me. Like I can listen to him and I'm like,
stardust.
Wow, that came out of my boyfriend who acts like a total blonde sometimes.
For my next trick, I'm going to close my mouth and I'm going to fart so that it sounds like I'm actually talking. Hold on a second, honey.
Baby.
I'm closing my mouth.
Baby.
I'm closing my mouth on podcast.
Go back to the philosophical.
And now I'm
philosophical
talking out of
philosophical L.
And now I'm talking out of my asshole with this part. Sorry.
Philosophical L.
Sorry. All right. Well, let me just say that I empirically believe. Our noses are touching, by the way, for people that are wondering why the quiet. We have to explain everything. Our noses are touching. Oh, we're right. It's an Eskimo kiss.
We really are close,
it's an Eskimo kiss right now.
I
don't. You know what? This is the only time these will happen on WTF episodes, right? You won't see this in future episodes without Kirsty. It's like these episodes.
Well,
are the
I hope
hottest.
You're not giving Eskimo kisses to anyone else.
How would I do that anyway? I'd be like, oh, rub my nose up on the mesh of the microphone. You like that?
And this. Ladies and gentlemen, is why he's a creeper. Yeah. It's like every episode you show people why you're a creeper, baby.
I am so not a creeper. That's
show
ridiculous.
People why you're such a creeper.
I am not a creeper.
He's really not a creeper.
Like, offensively.
But he appears that way on film and
on the movies, in the movie screen, on the silver screen, on the silver screen. I think that these machines are the beginning of the end. Like, I hear the noise from these machines and I think to myself, like, has our society come to
what do you mean by these machines?
These credit card machines. I'm getting back to the topic.
Okay.
I think these credit card machine noises, can you even change the noise? That's something we should look into. We should ask people at the stores, guys.
Although I have to say, some of them do good dog.
I've never heard any other noise.
And they give you no sound, and bad dog is that sound.
In every machine.
That's the sound you hear every time, but sometimes it's just good dog.
Have you guys experienced that? Have you guys had a machine that does a different sound? Let me know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious, because every machine I've put my chip into goes... and it's just terrible.
No matter how hard he sticks it in, every time it goes.
You're so full of shit. You should see the transactions I'm dealing in right now. Yeah, it's crazy.
Negatives.
Negative transactions. Listen, I've seen a lot of positive transactions. If you know what I'm right.
Might be right.
Where's my Eskimo? Give me my Eskimo kiss here. Quiet Eskimo kiss. All right. So, I think that this machine is the beginning of the end. I think this is like, you remember how Terminator started? Did you ever see Terminator?
No, I think the chip is the beginning of the end. I think that's when they start to chip our asses.
It's not, I don't think
no,
so
they
much
start at some point to chip us.
Yeah, well, they will. I mean, crypto
but
will
right
make
now,
it
they're
easier,
chipping everything we own, so why not?
Crypto's interesting because crypto's like initial like thesis is to be a decentralized, centralized currency, meaning that like it's not governed by the government, the official governments, but it is governed by the creators of it through blockchains. So like the interesting thing about crypto is that it has its own like legitimacy behind it because you can track it through these blockchains. I
know, but I'm reeling back. I know. And I'm like,
we'll talk about that in a future episode. I think we'll talk about blockchains on a future episode because I think it's
blockchains really are something we need to talk about.
I'm researching more and more as we go.
But truly understanding the concept of why I want to spend physical money on digital money is where we need to go. But we're going to go there.
I know. I'm there. I'm actually there already.
But we're not there on this episode.
Not on this one yet. Wait till probably episode 57.
5,323.
On episode. Just wait and figure out when WTF FTW's next episode when they will finally believe and not worry one bit about crypto.
Oh,
I do declare. Why does it sound like we went into the past on the future episode? We went, like that's trippy.
Wait, but we need the Jetsons.
If we're on episode 5007, we would be talking like this with our minds. We wouldn't say anything. No, not even that. Wait.
How are they going to get this?
They're not going to understand. Then you better be in the future.
I can't even.
We're staring at each other. I'm trying to like do some pretty funny shit here, but I'm sorry, audience. You can't catch up. You can't catch up.
I can't.
So I'm having a great time with you.
Yeah, me too.
So I do think these machines are like the beginning of the end. Because the noises that they make is disturbing. If you worked at a place like this all day and that's the only noise you heard, like I think you'd be mental after like.
I'd lose my mind.
God, oh my God, I used to be in that industry. I'm so happy I'm not now, because all I would have heard was back in the day you slid it and it was like beep and that was it.
One beep.
You know, now you're into a whole nother genre. You're into like the major leagues of security right now, and you're being chipped and tagged just like Kirsty's saying. So. I think that we have to really evaluate how this should be a bigger thing. This should be such a huge thing for everybody. And I look around and I'm in a grocery store. I'm in a drugstore.
We can't be the only ones that think about this or are annoyed by this.
There has to be other people out there.
I mean, the people that work there we're always like, I'm sorry you have to deal with this.
Do they say that?
No, we say that to them and they're like, oh, I know, thanks.
I couldn't imagine the horror of being in the fucking industry of having to deal with that machine every single day. What would you do?
I would lose my fucking mind.
I mean, like, no wonder. And you look at the people who have to deal with these machines.
Why do people go crazy?
They look sad.
They are sad.
They're so sad. Number one, they're dealing with a job that they're not getting paid at. Mm-hmm. Number two, you add on the fact that they got to hear that noise like 50 times a day. Could you imagine having this noise at your job all day? Okay, say you're in a cubicle.
You got to give us the sound again.
Yeah, wait, say you're in a cubicle. Ready? You're in a cubicle. Just randomly this happens.
We actually, at where I work for an insurance company. We have these drills and we don't know about them half the time. They're such short notice. We're in our office and all of a sudden bright lights, every light goes out except for these bright lights and the sound of and it's like you have to run outside because you don't know if it's a real fire.
The noise is a prelude to an actual fire drill. The noise in the machine is the same thing that you hear when you have a fire drill.
So you just want to run. I mean, you want to be like, I'm done here.
It's a noise that inspires fear.
Yeah, fear.
Do you hear?
Lots of fear.
Do you hear what Kirsty just said?
I know.
She has the same noise that just lasts longer.
It's the sound that I feel like it just lasts.
It's the sound of be afraid.
Right.
Every day.
So all you hear is bad dog all day long.
I don't know why you keep going back to dogs. She's going back to dogs again.
Because all I think about is somebody hitting you
what makes you
with
think
a
about
rolled
the
up newspaper when you do the wrong thing.
Well, I don't.
Because that noise is like.
You think should I incorporate a rolled up newspaper into our sex life?
Please.
I think I should. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe some barking while you're at it.
Oh, watch out, girl.
And this is the regression. I mean, progression.
It's progression. Yeah. So anyhow, guys, I would just like to say, tell us please, oh please out there if you're still listening. Which
does this annoy you? I mean, more than us. Does
does the noise annoy you? Number one.
Yeah.
Okay, let us know that. Number two, do you believe that this noise could possibly bring about the apocalypse?
Could do that.
And number three, does this noise inspire like fear? Do you think this noise is like a fearful noise? Like
that should probably be number two.
Well, I like the two.
Apocalypse should always be the ending.
Apocalypse should be the beginning because it's the beginning of the end. You better put apocalypse as number one reason.
Apocalypse now.
You know what? I love that movie. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. That fucking Bobby D, man. That dude. He was so young in that. He was so young in that, man.
So, guys, going back, thanks for listening to us complain.
Yeah,
about the things that annoy us.
Yeah, this is an agitate. Like I feel like we started out agitated.
Yeah,
like we started. It's frustrating to listen to this episode. If
I'm
you got
frustrated
to the end,
listening to Al right now.
I'm just frustrated altogether. Like this noise is really gonna bring about the end of the world. Thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll probably have another episode out soon. So make sure you guys are sharing. Make sure you guys are doing like.
Pay attention.
I hate to do this because it always sounds so cheesy, but like
we're cheesy.
I need to enforce the fact that in order for this to grow and for us to continue doing these episodes, that we need to see something come from it.
Show us love.
Yeah. I don't want to be like, maybe
unicorn
I'm fine.
love.
You know what?
We need
Fuck it. Don't do it. No, I don't care.
You think that'll work?
I don't know. It's reverse psychology.
It's like the book I'm reading.
I just burped on the podcast for the first time. Third episode, 22-26 market. First burp of the podcast.
He doesn't care.
I don't.
We're at it and I don't care mode.
I love podcasts. Podcasts are so natural and normal.
Very natural.
They're cozy.
They are. I feel
I'm
like
in a
I want to
living
just
room.
curl up to your podcast.
Yeah, I want to get in
a deep podcast.
A crazy pocket of love and just fill myself with the warmth and just, maybe, I don't know, just hum a beautiful song.
Can't even deal with you.
Thanks everybody for listening to the wonderful WTF FTW podcast. What the fuck for the win is what it means. It's a philosophy. It's a way of life.
Usually the first half is more our life.
Yeah, but the for the win is like, an attitude, a way of like looking at everything positively, like half glass full type, for the win. No matter what happens to you, take it that way, because if you take it the other way, you're wasting time. You're wasting time with your life.
I think you should have ended it where you ended it.
I'm ending it whenever I want to end it, woman. This is my podcast. So we're gonna end it, guys. Thanks for listening, and promote us somehow. Do something for us, or just sit down on your ass and wait for the next episode. Either way, I think you're doing us justice.
Thank you.
And we'll the next episode we're going light. Yeah. I think we're going light and silly.
We'll find something good.
All right. And soon, if you want to become involved, join our Discord. I'll put the Discord link in, and that's like a community you guys can join. And if you guys want to get into these talks with us, I'm going to have community talks. I think I'll have like community talks on the podcast
not
where
just
we bring
gaming community.
No, not part of my gaming channel where there's nearly 10,000 people, but I think. Did you like that? How I inserted
I loved
that
how you inserted it
my
right into
penis,
the middle.
My large penis into the conversation.
Yes.
But like, no. I want serious talkers. I want people that are really devoted to the show, that listen to the show. Those are the people I want to talk to, not the people that are random. I don't want a random.
I want to hear what they have to say.
I won't bring a random onto the podcast unless they seriously love. They seriously love the show. They seriously listen to the show, and they want to become part of the show. And then I will bring them. And then I will bring them on.
Yeah,
but I won't bring on like anybody.
Because I think after a while we get really boring.
We could get boring. We just don't know it.
We're gonna bring less boring people on.
I don't know. We're not that boring.
You don't think so?
Hell no. Fuck.
We are kind of
anybody
amazing.
that thinks that we're boring anyway. You guys should be not in my sphere. Get out of my sphere. This is my
baby,
bubble.
You should probably bring them into the sphere because then
This is my bubble,
you kick
honey.
them out, then you're alone.
I'm like Bubble Boy, and it's very,
Yeah,
I could
how that ended.
terribly.
Yeah, that's
His
not
bubble
good.
popped. He tried. You know what? He tried to get somebody in from the outside, and that's what did it.
I think
Killed
you're
himself.
creating a new story.
No. He loved somebody so much outside of the bubble that he let her inside the bubble, and he died.
Go. Okay, outside. Go.
So fuck you guys. I'm staying in my bubble. You think I want to die?
I'm going back
I'm
in the bubble.
germophobic anyway. I'm a
going back in the
hypochondriac.
bubble.
I'm a
That's a whole
hypochondriac.
nother conversation,
Okay,
guys.
thanks for listening to. What are we on? 3?
30. I
So
don't know.
like 7.
We are close to
37.
30 minutes, baby. It is time to say goodbye.
Do you think people's attention spans can't last that long?
I think they lost us or we lost them 10 seconds.
If you really think that, that's scary.
10
I
minutes
don't
at least.
worry about it. I will continue
No.
this show as long as I want,
Yeah.
but
okay.
I won't.
Oh, we won't. We won't bore you anymore.
So thanks for listening, guys. Next episode, it's gonna be so silly.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Stop it!
See how that ruined the entire podcast?
You ruined the entire podcast. Fuck you.